So free, we got free. We got a friend called Free, a new friend called Free from Glastonbury Marketplace. You can find him in not very far from Bristol. And he's an activist for many years in the Free Cannabis campaign. You also find him on the internet, Free Cannabis net. And we ask him what's about also because we have lots of cannabis social clubs. Most of them are very virtual, but they still exist because it's calculated is each 3 growers there's a policeman in England, so it's quite a lot. And then there's moving towards something coming up also in the British Parliament. So it's quite interesting to hear what is Free tell us about the so-called Perfect Albion movement.
The what movement?
The Perfect Albion movement.
Well, in Glastonbury, I just get on with what I do. For many years I was arrested. From 1997 to 2001 I was arrested 5 times. Went to court, represented myself every time. In every case it was always listed as the Queen versus Free Cannabis, which is very symbolic about what I'm into. However, the last time I was arrested, which was for holding a cannabis auction in Hyde Park, where I was selling cannabis to the highest bidder to several thousand people with several hundred police there. I was arrested for that. And the thing is, in the interview, I mentioned who are they to arrest me for the possession of cannabis when the British Secret Service controls the international heroin trade and the American CIA are controlling the international cocaine trade, both of which are funding covert and overt military operations causing huge amounts of suffering on the planet. In trial, the transcript, 5 minutes, you could see clearly deleted. I asked it to play, first didn't work, second, third. I knew they didn't want this information to come out. So that was back in 2001. Sure, I went to prison for that. I've been to prison 3 times, but now they just leave me alone because all I'm at the moment doing is growing cannabis. And for my own personal use, I don't sell it, I give it away. But I don't. I used to run a cannabis distribution network, but not for many years now. But that is what I wish to get back to doing. Is I set the intention of opening some sort of cannabis distribution where both high THC, CBD balanced extracts are made available to people. So that's my point.
Do you think this model of no-profit grow operation could work in England, or is people expect more to have a regulated market in the sense of the state monopoly or private companies, or a mixed system?
Yeah, these things will happen as they unfold. I personally am not in favour of the legalisation of cannabis because I'm so glad the likes of Monsanto are, well, they're not publicly genetically modifying cannabis and creating these, well, the problem with prohibition, it does not stop drug use. It merely criminalises the activity, makes criminals out of innocent people, and also for the large-scale production and supply, it attracts mafiosi.
Why did you come up with the argument of the genetically modified cannabis? It doesn't exist. Only
but that's what I'm saying. If it was legal and Monsanto had free reign legally to genetically modify cannabis, that may happen.
Yeah, but sometimes the argument is like if the poor people wouldn't have, if shit was any value, they would be born without the asshole. Because it's typical, but the people expect big corporation, like some friends in Rome, they say that, yeah, if you legalize, then you have a big corporation, so it's better to close the doors before it even starts.
Well,
but then there's a case of total monopoly. On this other way, there is a freedom to growth, is a kind of universal right, should be.
Okay, if Monsanto or Philip Morris want to grow cannabis in a legal framework, fine. However, that's not going to stop me and millions of other people worldwide growing their own cannabis, because the best cannabis, I feel, is that which you make a personal loving connection with. That's what I love about cannabis, to love it and it comes back to you.
Okay, so let's hope and join forces in Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey.